Rich Habits, The Daily Success Habits of Wealthy Individuals, Thomas C. Corley. Most people consider luck as the determiner of success. If you aren't successful, then you definitely haven't attracted good luck. But if you are successful, people will consider you lucky. Well then, is luck really important? Definitely, but it isn't that kind of luck most people would describe. Diving into the habits of rich people, we will first discuss the 4 types of luck. First is what we call the big random good luck. Like the name itself, this type of luck is when something good unexpectedly happens, which you don't have any control over. The second one is the exact opposite of the first one, called big random bad luck. It is when something terrible happens, taking you by surprise. This type of luck leaves you no choice but to accept the bad luck because you can't control it. The third one is what we call opportunity luck. This type of luck is a good one since it talks about opportunities formed because of good daily habits. Opportunity luck is a reward for years of hard work and growth. It is that fruit someone harvests at the end of the season. Lastly, the fourth one is detrimental luck. This luck is the opposite of the third one. It talks about people who experience bad luck because of the bad habits they formed. It is a fruit of punishment someone harvests after a long period of time wasting on irrelevant things. If you were to choose what kind of luck you would like to experience, which one will you choose? Yes, you can choose what type of luck you would like to attract in your life. The question is, do you attract the good one or the bad one? Does your actions reflect a desire for short-term abundance or long-term? This book will talk about how you can harvest a good amount of luck in the long run. Successful people will always look at a larger perspective and see things in the long run. It leads them to take actions that will bring them closer to their goals. This book will give you exactly that kind of information. You will learn the habits that most successful people do to live the life they dream of. Create a list of good daily habits and commit to it. Riza is a college student who loves watching vloggers on YouTube. One day, her favorite YouTuber uploaded a video about the list of habits that she does to become successful. Influenced by it, Riza started to copy all of the vlogger's habits and incorporate them into her life. In the beginning, Riza was so excited about the new challenges she accepted. However, after a few days, she started missing some tasks until she decided not to do it anymore because of the following reasons. First, the tasks are too much for her to take. Second, she doesn't have enough motivation to continue working on those habits. To begin this book, we start with creating good habits. There is no exact list of practices that will fit everyone. Hence, to start your journey, make your own list of good habits. You can do this by assessing your regular pattern of living. To start, you can try to list down every task you do every hour and analyze them at the end of the day. You will become aware of the habits you have when you wake up and the things you do before falling asleep. You will also know how many hours you spend on certain things and how many tasks you can finish in a day. Doing these things will help you understand yourself and see what good or bad habits you already have. Now that you are aware of what bad and good habits you have, this is where you will take action. If you prefer papers, then you can write down your habits on them. Just make 2 columns by drawing a nice straight line in the middle of the paper and write good habits on the left and bad habits on the right. Assess your habits and try to make new good habits to replace the bad habits you want to avoid. After listing it, you have to remind yourself of these habits every hour of the day. From the moment till you wake up till the time you decide to sleep, be consistent in sticking to your habits for 30 days. Checking on it from time to time will help you become accountable for the list you made. The beginning is always challenging, so you don't have to force and push yourself too much. The secret of getting ahead is just to get started. The goal is to be consistent and finish just 80% of the tasks you assign to yourself. Good habits always drive successful people. It's the little and simple things in life that make a big difference in the future. Therefore, start creating your own list of habits and start making significant changes in your life. Health is wealth. Lisa is a cosmetics business owner, and her business had been ongoing for a year now. Her days are always packed up with meetings, calls, emails, and more. After a year of everyday work, Lisa starts to get burned out. Even though she has enough sleep, she always feels like she loses energy quickly every day, making it harder for her to maintain her business. On the other hand, Maria, a business owner for a year, had a different routine. She has a proper diet, which allows her to eat nutritious food with fewer calories every day. She also performs regular aerobic exercises for 30 minutes to 1 hour per day. Every day, Maria lives her life to the fullest and always radiates positivity to the people around her. Successful people don't just focus on improving their business, but also on strengthening themselves. These people understand that no matter how hard you work for your business or career, it will all be in vain if your body can't keep up with it. Successful people recognize the importance of health along with the extent of their business. On a daily basis, successful people put effort into living a healthy lifestyle every day. Aside from monitoring what they eat, they also maintain how much they eat every day. Food doesn't have any power over them. They know their limitations, and they diligently abide by them. Successful people know how to stick with their plans and commit to them. They have their own diet system that is highly effective for them. On the other hand, unsuccessful people don't like to commit, whether their time or their efforts. Their motivations came from the outside influence, which is why it is short-lived. Unsuccessful people don't understand the significance of eating right and committing to it. Most of them are usually just influenced by dietary books, commercials, or by the actors and actresses they adore. However, unsuccessful people don't have a real motivation as to why they want to pursue such an endeavor. Because of their lack of commitment and consistency, they fail to make a habit. Exercise is also part of successful people's routine. They form a habit because they know the importance of exercise to one's body and mind. Aside from that, daily exercise helps someone save a lot of money since many diseases are avoided when daily exercise is implemented. Exercise helps increase productivity, positivity, and creativity. It also helps the immune system to become stronger, resulting in fewer sick days. Daily exercise also guarantees long and energetic life. On the other hand, unsuccessful people don't have the desire to commit to exercise. Most unsuccessful people start goals and habits but never finish them. Most of them are only good at the beginning, but they don't have enough determination to finish it. Here is a guide to better understand how to commit to eating right and daily exercise. To start your diet, you must first become aware of your daily calorie intake. Many calorie counters are available nowadays, whether it's an app or a website. You should use these tools. For the whole 30 days, you have to monitor what kind of foods you eat and learn how many calories it has. After that, list all of the food intakes along with the number of calories and analyze them. Understand what foods have high calories and try to avoid them on a regular basis. The goal of a healthy diet is not to forbid you to eat sweet and delicious treats. From time to time, give yourself a rewarding day where you can eat these special treats at least once a month. Do not consider diet as a punishment for yourself, but rather an act of loving yourself. Doing this will help you do the task more efficiently. Of course, a healthy diet is not enough. You should also move your body and become fit. Since you already know the number of calories you take every day, this will help you become motivated to eliminate the extra calories you have in your body. There is no shortcut to burning these calories, but the best and easy way to do it is by running. Running for 30 minutes a day helps you burn 200 to 500 calories. Morning is the best time to exercise since it allows the brain to be more active and it gives you more energy. Living in moderation is not boring life. It is a balanced life. Most people want to live life in extremes. They wear extravagant clothes, eat in fancy restaurants, they like traveling, parties in high-end bars, five-star hotels, etc. But extremes also have a downside. They are starvation, bankruptcy, high debt, homeless, and many more. The definition of the life of moderation differs from one person to another. Moderation is simply a life where you can confidently say you are contented with your resources. Successful people knew exactly what they need and what kind of life they want to live. They don't allow the pleasures of the world or their emotions to manipulate them. Simply put, successful people know how to control their lives. To better understand living in moderation, here are examples of areas where successful people apply living moderately. Successful people pay themselves first. They don't spend their hard work making other people rich. They always have money saved up to pay themselves first, to invest in their future. Because successful people pay themselves first, they don't have money to buy extravagant things, which allows them to live moderately. Successful people are not too clingy or too cold. They know how to interact with colleagues, friends, family, relatives, and more people in their network perfectly. They are not too confident to make people think they are bragging or too aloof to make people think they are snobs. Successful people know the importance of building good relationships. Therefore, they know how to maintain them. Successful people spend their cash wisely. They know that success isn't measured by how much you spend on extravagant things, but by how you save for more important things. Take Warren Buffett as a role model. Even though he is known as one of the wealthiest individuals, he doesn't buy unnecessary items. He lived in the same house, which he has lived in for more than 50 years. And even though his business involves private jets, he still uses airlines. Successful people know that life is not about who reaches the finish line first, but about the journey you have and the relationships you build on your way. Basically, successful people know their limitations and boundaries from their work, career, relationships, and everyday habits. They can both grow and live their lives without compromising one or the other. On the other hand, unsuccessful people always choose extremes, not realizing the consequence of their actions. They allow their emotions to overpower them, which leads to their own doom most of the time. Unsuccessful people don't dare to take control of their lives, so life is just pushing them around. They are easily affected by other people's opinions, and they always follow the trend even if it costs them too much. Basically, unsuccessful people don't have a clear vision of the life they want to live, and they don't plan and make goals to achieve them. Their priorities are messed up. Unsuccessful people don't think of the future. Hence, when a tremendous financial catastrophe happens, they are not financially prepared. This makes their lives more miserable. Imagine yourself looking up to a 3-floor house you bought for your parents. Passing through a magnificent gate, you can see your garden full of plants and flowers. Moving through the backyard, you can see some of your brothers and sisters enjoying in a big pool. Then, you heard your phone ringing, reminding you of your trip to Europe with your family just a week from now. You will be accommodated by a 5-star hotel, and you will be visiting the most beautiful places in Europe. Imagine yourself living this life. If you already have this kind of life, what kind of thoughts will you be having? Will you be worried about your future? Will you hate yourself? Will you hate the people around you? Will you be sad, frustrated, or scared? Of course, the answer is no, right? This is how you have to think every day. Live life as if you already achieved your dreams. Manipulate your brain and always think richly. You can see that most successful people live their life full of joy, positivity, productivity, and creativity. Just by looking at them, you can feel their power, authority, and confidence. You dream of being like them. You aspire to be like them. Well, the good news is, you don't have to wait for the future to think like them. Your brain doesn't know the difference between your reality and your imagination. Therefore, once you change your perspective and mindset about your current situation, you will become more motivated, inspired, and it will drive you to achieve your goals much faster. Here are some of the thinking habits you can practice. Successful people don't entertain destructive thoughts. They know that allowing themselves to think badly will also affect their actions negatively. They always replace bad things with good things, and they look at problems as an opportunity for growth and development. Successful people always start their day with positive affirmations and visualization. They plan their day ahead instead and become proactive instead of being reactive. Successful people always start their days with positivity so they can finish the day with a smile on their faces. Nowadays, we are surrounded by negativity from the news, the people around us, social media, and more. Therefore, successful people always ensure to keep away from that negativity and begin with a good note. They do not feed themselves negative things. Instead, they listen to people or read books which can help them improve their current situation and become more productive. Lastly, successful people appreciate and enjoy the life that was given to them. They create a list of the things they are grateful for every day and remind themselves of it. They also express their gratefulness by helping other people and keeping a good relationship with them and others. They treat their life as a gift and an opportunity to grow, not a punishment to endure. Changing your way of thinking is hard. It is rebooting all the information you have gathered from years of your existence. Therefore, you must understand that it is okay to take it slow. Remember, life is not about who takes the finish line first. Changing your mindset is a continuous process that may even take up to years. But that's okay. All you have to do is be consistent, persevere, and the next thing you'll see is that you have achieved the dreams and goals you have planned in life. Conclusion. This book has taught you that the barrier separating rich people from poor people is just your habits. The little things we do every day have the most significant impact on our lives in the future. This book has shown you concrete steps to live the life that you want. Here is a reminder of the habits you have learned from this book. First, you learned how to make good habits and the importance of sticking to them. You have also learned to understand yourself more by knowing the things you typically do. Second, you learned the importance of proper diet and exercise. You have learned that being successful isn't just about improving your career, but also about making yourself stronger as your business grows. Third, you learned that living a life of moderation is all about living your life without compromising your work or personal life. Living in moderation helps you balance out your life and prioritize what matters. Lastly, you learned the importance of rich thinking. You now know how to become more productive and positive by simply changing the way you think about your life and situation. The secret of getting ahead is just to get started. Life could be a mess for you right now. You might be experiencing the greatest failure of your life, and you just try to cope up every day. You could also be a person who started giving up on your dreams, a person who stopped being a dreamer because of too much rejection and negative opinions from other people. But no matter who you are, no matter what experience you had, this book showed you that the change you are looking for is already inside you. You don't have to wait for someone to save you. You don't have to look for a miracle to change your life magically. There is no shortcut to success, and no one can ever bring success to your life but yourself. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Instead, think like a rich person and change your mindset. You got this. You can change your life, and you can be successful.